The first, hopefully annual, Frontera Festival, and that is to celebrate the history of the Coastal Bend and of Corpus Christi, and of course the Old Bayview Cemetery will once again come alive with the voices of South Texas. If you don't know where this is, I encourage you to come down right by the freeway, by the old train station, and think of and consider the people who are buried there. These people are reenactors. They have taken the life of someone who's buried there, and they've become to represent that person. So first, let me start with Doug, who's not Doug. Doug, you are one of our former sheriffs, right?
That's correct. I was your Deputy Sheriff, Thomas Nolan, first Deputy Sheriff.
And so Mr. Nolan is buried there, but you represent his life.
That is correct.
And what do you tell people?
I tell them that I was the first Deputy Sheriff. I was the youngest Deputy Sheriff. I lost my life in the line of duty, along with my big brother, Matt Nolan, and we're buried side by side.
Right there?
Yes, sir.
And Miss Amy?
Anna Moore-Schwein.
Anna Moore-Schwein is also buried there.
Yes, sir.
And now let's talk about all these different characters that you can meet and learn about their history here in Corpus Christi. Who are these guys?
This is H.R. Sutherland for the Confederate States and served in the Civil War. I have Mr. William Gamble here. He was a prominent figure here in the city of Corpus Christi. And then over on the other side with the little baby.
Okay, we got the baby there. Now
yeah.
The baby's going to be a reenactor too.
That's correct.
She's going to be the part of
Mary
von Blucher. That would
That's
be
correct.
Felix von Blucher's daughter. And the von Bluchers obviously did a lot to settle the city. Now we've got other young men over here and older men.
That is correct. We have a union worker and longshoreman, and he plays that longshoreman. He also established the first Negro Union. Then we have Mr. Finch, who was a cattle drover with the King Ranch. And the next individual next to him is Mr. Ulinger. He was a baker, and he ran his buns off for everybody in Christi. Then we have Mr. Kenny, Tinney, I'm sorry.
Tinney.
My apologies.
That's all right.
He served during the Spanish-American War.
And this gentleman
is Mr. Hockley, and he was in the Texas Revolution and part of the Twin Sisters.
Hockley's story is pretty amazing because he was involved in the Texas Revolution and then came to settle here and is buried there. So if you want, I mean, these are enormous stories that you need to know about. And you can go by the Old Bayview Cemetery. It's Saturday from 10 to 2. Couldn't ask for a more beautiful day, and learn about the voices of South Texas. That's all part of the Frontera Festival that we're having this weekend in the city.